Here we go again with just one hazard at the moment in front. That is that there's limited space and there's going to be a cycle lane on the left hand side. I have to give way to any oncoming traffic. I can see that from the pair of signs, the circle giving an instruction and then a qualification underneath, but also markings on the floor telling me where I need to wait. So until I can clear through far enough down the road that there's enough room for a wide vehicle coming the other way, I shouldn't move. No bicycles coming up on the left, so I can use that space, which I will now do, going slowly enough that I can respond if something really wide does come fast the other way, but also making sure that if I am moving slowly, no bicycle coming down the hill is going to catch me up on the left hand side. No hazards developing in front of me at the moment, just warning lights from the backs of the white car and the white van, which have now gone off. Every time I want to change what my foot or my hands are doing, I check to see what's behind so that I know the effect of what I'm about to do on anybody that's vulnerable behind or very close already behind. Even if I'm moving at walking speed, if I suddenly need to stop, that is going to affect somebody's ability to stop without hitting me from behind. So I go left, Mercedes is turning off to the left, so is the Mini afterwards, so I will keep moving. Final check in the left mirror. Zero hazards at the moment. Zero. Could be a 1 with the bicycle if they're thinking of going into the road, but they're not. Zero. Could be a 1 as she presses the lights, and I could have jammed on the brakes. The car was quite a distance behind, probably should have done that, to be honest. I saw her hand reach out. It had only just gone amber as I started to go over the line. But amber does mean if it's safe to stop, you should stop, even if that means doing effectively an emergency stop. I think we have a long traffic queue in front, so it's probably going to be not much in the way of multiple hazards going along here. I could still have a cyclist or a motorcyclist trying to squeeze past on either side. I could have either of those things trying to get down the middle of the road between two lines of slow moving traffic. I could have an emergency vehicle needing to get through, so I might need to change my position. None of the pedestrians waiting for the bus are a hazard. All 4 of them look fairly relaxed, either looking at the phone or just bored, stretching a little bit. But they're well away from the edge of the road, leaving space for the pedestrians to get through. None of the moving pedestrians is close to the edge. Nothing developing in front of me that's near the left edge of the road or near the white line on the other side or over the white line that goes down the centre of the road. Still nothing coming from behind that might be rolling down the hill as I am, picking up speed even if it's not a powered vehicle, such as a pedal cycle or a push bike, you might say. Activity around the blue car on the left, that might be getting ready to move off. Driver's not in situ yet. Possibly some roadworks ahead. Yes, I can see the red traffic signal now, temporary traffic signal, and a temporary rectangle sign saying workforce in road. I can't see any workforce. Perhaps they've finished for the day, but I can see traffic cones and other temporary signs, and a string of brake lights in front. Any red light means there's danger. Usually it means somebody is slowing or maybe stopping or have stopped if they've got their foot on the foot brake, or it's just the less bright tail lights, rear lights of a car that's got its exterior lights on that's moving away from you. So traffic signal has turned green. I would expect it to go red before I get to it, or more explicitly the sign that says wait here until green light shows. just depends what the sensor on the top thinks about the speed and the quantity of traffic moving from this direction and how much traffic has come to a stop from the other direction. I've got a 20 mile an hour limit. I'm at that limit. The lights have detected a gap and they've switched, so I've let my speed drop down. 12, 10, 9, 7, and I will wait at the older style of wording sign, which actually says when red light shows, wait here. That was changed in recent years to say wait here until green light shows. The reason I'm emphasizing the word here is because it's written in bigger letters on the sign. Unusual actually that that sign uses all capitals, because it is faster for people to understand the writing if it's a mixture of capitals and lowercase. And that was determined in the late 1950s, early 1960s, leading to a standardization of traffic signage in this country by Margaret Stacey, I think, and Jock Kinnear. She was a young graphic design student or an architect, and he was one of those things, much her senior, and together they put a proposal together to government which was adopted after various tests, and as part of the Warboys Commission, can't remember Mr. Warboys, I think an MP, can't remember their first name, but as part of their ultimately their report, the signage was standardised from 1963, I think, onwards. And traffic density really increased throughout the 1960s, leading to much more in the way of road markings and other inventions, such as the mini roundabout in 1975, bus lanes in 1966, different coloured markings. Can't remember when the red route markings came in, probably about 1999. So zero hazards at the moment. Thin white broken line, not quite down the middle of the road, about a third of the way out, 40% of the way out from the left-hand edge. That's just marking an area of parking, not divided into separate car-spaced bays, but just a strip along the left edge of the road. It could be on the right as well, so that cars that are drivers who are frustrated by the yellow lines at the edge saying you can't park here at certain times of the day, and if it's a double yellow line, can't park here at any time, so that they know where the spaces are that are coming up in the road, where they might be able to park at the edge. Still zero hazards, no anticipated problem from that lone pedestrian on that side. Checking out the black car to make sure it's not reversing. No, the shiny silver wheels are not turning. That's the easiest way to tell if something's moving. This pedestrian's not moving. That bronze car isn't moving. The white car doesn't have anybody sitting in the driver's seat. The car's turning across my path in front. So yeah, I think I will keep going straight actually. It'll give us a chance to see multiple hazards and not get stuck in a big traffic queue. We'll get onto the ring road around this major city. Narrow road, but you might still have buses, so one hazard here at the moment, the width restriction. Nobody sitting in the blue car. I'm going to put a signal on to the right so that oncoming traffic knows my intention to try and go past these stationary cars, the blue one and the white one. I've got space to tuck in before the white one, so I will do that. Bring the speed down again, put the signal on again, straighten up the car so it's nice and thin. Black car's waiting, check my right mirror, make sure it is actually safe to take them up on their flashed headlight. Keep the speed low, looking for reflections. The sun's not out, so I can't use shadows, but reflected light would be good at this time of day. Now I can bring the speed from 15 up to the limit of 20 again. Zero hazards at the moment. Zero hazards. And I've not got space to get beyond keep clear written in the road, so I will pause here. Parking brake on because there's no sign of traffic no longer coming from the right and going to the left, and my traffic lights are not going to change until traffic lights controlling that traffic has shown them a red light. So my hands can go onto my legs to warm up my fingers. I'm still keeping aware of any activity coming up alongside me or moving in from the sides, but only that single pedestrian sauntering home from work, talking to himself. Lights changing, hands back on the wheel, check the mirrors. I will use a left signal because oncoming traffic can also turn into this road, so I need to work out, are there any markings that help me know where to go? I'm close to the left edge, so I'm going to stay close to the left edge, watching the silver van, making sure I can get through the pedestrian crossing, and I have almost now done that. I have now achieved that. I'm not blocking the space that those two waiting pedestrians might want to use to cross the road. Got another couple of meters I can move forwards, so I will do that, having checked my door mirrors. Keep the car in motion. That most easily communicates to other people what my plan is. No point in picking up more speed. I'm going to be turning left at a large roundabout that I will be coming to in about half a mile, so there's no point me going into the middle lane even if there's a shorter queue. Very small amount of braking on the brake pedal, just trims my speed a tiny amount, but the car's still in motion even though the speedometer says 0. Bus has started moving away, which is the fourth vehicle in front, so with a little bit of brake application I can prevent myself getting dangerously close to the just past their test person in front, who's voluntarily displaying the green P sign on the back of their car. We're now in a 40-mile-an-hour road, but there's little chance of getting anywhere near that limit. I'm doing 13. Traffic signals may be green, but there's slow-moving traffic with lots of red lights on the rear end before I get there, so not surprisingly they've changed to red, and I might as well secure my car because they won't be going green again anytime soon. While I'm stationary, 0 active hazards in front, nothing coming up in the door mirrors, so 0, 0, 0 number of hazards at the moment. 0, 0, 0. Making sure I'm going to get through this pedestrian crossing. I'm reading the signals on the back end of the second car in front, not the one immediately in front. 1 hazard at the moment, that's the car that stopped in front of me. And now I'll secure my car again. Pardon me. 0 hazards now, I'm secure, but I'm still keeping aware of anything around, what people in the vehicles alongside me might be doing. The passenger might be distracting the driver, for example. The radio might be on inside the car. 0 hazards now. 0, 0. Still got free road space that I can use in front at this speed. 0, 0. Still got a couple of seconds at least. Now I've got 1 hazard. Guy in the car on the right, for example, was just filming, it looked like, what was in front of him while moving along. Now he's using his phone to text. Looking down at his lap, I can see him holding the phone now. Nothing in my door mirrors. Off we go. Yep, he's still on his phone. 0 hazards. 0, 0, 0. As I get closer to the bus, it could turn into a 1 hazard, but it's still signalling left. 0. Now it's 1, 1, 1. Now it's 0, because I'm going slowly enough that with the bus also going slowly, even if something else develops at the same time, it's not going to cause either of us any problems where we suddenly slow down and cause a third party a problem. So back to 0 at the moment. Guy alongside me again on his phone. I think he's a different guy actually. 0 hazards. 0, 0, 0. Watching this black parked car for any sign of activity. 0. Getting towards the blind spot of this white car, that could become a hazard for me. I'm going to go left. 0, 0. I'm guessing when I leave the coffee house I can get that number up to 1 or 2.